What really happens to older men who live alone? Most people assume it's loneliness. Some even believe it's the first step toward decline. But here's the shocking truth. For thousands of men over 70, living alone isn't weakness. It's strength, it's freedom, and sometimes it's the most powerful choice of their lives. Society often looks with pity as if an empty house means an empty heart. But step closer and you'll discover something different. Behind closed doors, many men are not fading. They are thriving. They are building lives of dignity, peace, and quiet joy. In this video, we'll explore 5 profound truths about why older men choose solitude. We'll see how independence becomes identity, how friendships replace loneliness, how health, finances, and emotional strength turn living alone into living fully. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from today? Share your city or country in the comments. We read every message with care. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Subscribe to our channel so you won't miss the stories that matter most. Stay with us until the end because the last truth may completely change how you see life alone. Now let's begin with the first insight. Truth number 1, independence as strength and identity. For many older men, living alone is not a tragedy, it's a choice. And in that choice, they find something few people truly understand. Independence is not emptiness, it is identity. It is the quiet proof that they still belong to themselves. Picture this. Richard, 78, wakes up in a quiet house every morning. No footsteps in the hallway. No one waiting at the breakfast table. Some people would call it lonely, but Richard smiles. He says, I can live at my own pace, eat when I'm hungry, read when I want, sleep when I need. For him, silence is not a burden, it is a gift. Living alone gives these men control. They arrange their homes the way they like. They decide when to see the doctor. They choose what matters most each day. It's not about isolation, it's about freedom, not about loneliness, it's about self-respect. When a man manages his own meals, health, and routines, he feels strong. Not only in body, but deep inside. That strength is not measured by how many people are around him. It's measured by how steady he feels when no one else is there. Psychologists say this sense of control can ease stress. It can improve mental health. It gives life meaning. And when pressure from daily conflicts is gone, men often feel calmer and more at peace. Of course, independence doesn't mean cutting off from the world. Many still enjoy friendships, neighbors, and community life. But here's the difference. They choose when and how to connect. A morning walk alone, an afternoon of chess with old friends, an evening reading in silence. Every moment belongs to them. From the outside, some may think this life looks empty. But step inside and you see a quiet fullness. A life built on self-awareness, self-acceptance, and dignity. It's the kind of fullness you cannot always see, but you can always feel. If you're still watching, type the number 1 in the comments. It's a simple way to say you understand the power of independence. Independence isn't easy. It demands courage. But for the men who choose it, independence becomes strength. And from that strength, they continue to build peace and freedom. Because when you are strong within yourself, you are never truly alone. Now let's move to truth number 2, where we discover how living alone doesn't mean living without connection. Truth number 2, social connections beyond romantic love. Living alone does not mean living in isolation. That's a common myth. In truth, many older men discover something powerful. Meaningful connection doesn't always come from romance. It can come from friendship, family, and community. Take George, 76, a retired architect. He lives in a small house near the park. Every Saturday, he plays cards with 3 old friends. They've known each other for decades. He laughs and says, "We don't need to talk much. Just being together is enough." For George, those afternoons of cards and laughter are not small moments. They are lifelines. These friendships carry no pressure, no roles to play, no hidden expectations, just presence, honesty, and loyalty. That's why they last. Many men also stay close to family. They call their children. They video chat with grandchildren. They share tea with neighbors. A short visit during the holidays or even a 5-minute call can bring comfort that lingers for days. Technology helps too. A quick text, a video call, even a photo shared across the miles. These small acts remind them they're not forgotten. They are still part of something larger. Some go even further. They join book clubs. They volunteer at community centers. They help younger generations with skills and wisdom. These daily connections don't just fight loneliness. They give meaning. They remind men that they are needed, that they still belong. The beauty of these bonds is their simplicity. They don't demand perfection. They only require presence. A laugh, a kind word, a shared moment of silence. And sometimes that is all the heart needs. If you're still with us, type the number 2 in the comments. It's a small way to show you value everyday connections. Love is not the only form of closeness. Friendship can be just as deep. Community can be just as healing. And when a man no longer expects someone to fill an empty space, he finds more to give from the heart. From here, let's move into truth number 3, where we see how health and daily choices shape life for men who live alone. Truth number 3, physical health and the role of lifestyle choices. Many believe that when a man lives alone, his health must decline. No one there to remind him to eat. No one watching if he forgets his medicine. No one to call if he falls. It sounds dangerous, but the truth is different. Health depends far more on daily choices than on who shares your home. Let's meet Thomas, 79, a retired firefighter. After losing his wife, he stayed in the same house. Each morning, he walks 2 laps around the lake nearby. Then he heads to the local pool for 30 minutes of swimming. He says, "I don't have anyone to take care of me, so I have to take care of myself." And he means it. That sense of responsibility becomes a source of strength. Men like Thomas schedule their checkups. They cook balanced meals. They keep moving, not because someone tells them to, but because they know no one else will. This independence can even bring peace of mind. Living alone means fewer arguments, fewer daily conflicts, and a calm mind supports a healthy body. Stress levels drop, blood pressure often improves, energy feels steadier. Of course, not every day is easy. There are lonely mornings. There are moments when illness or injury feels overwhelming, but the men who thrive do something important. They build small support systems, a trusted neighbor, a doctor they see regularly, a walking group or a swim class. They don't wait for help. They create it. Technology makes this easier than ever. Medication reminders on a phone, a quick video call to check in with a friend, even an emergency alert system if needed. Tools that protect independence instead of replacing it. Thomas is not unique. Thousands of men in their 70s and 80s find strength in routine. They eat better. They move more. They stay engaged. Because health doesn't come from luck. It comes from intention. If you're still watching, type the number 3 in the comments. It's a way to honor those small daily steps that build lasting strength. Health is not about who cooks your meals or reminds you of your medicine. It's about the choices you make each morning when you wake up. And for men who live alone, those choices become even more powerful. Now let's move to truth number 4, where we uncover how financial independence shapes the freedom to live exactly as you choose. Truth number 4, financial independence and the right to choose. One of the quiet reasons many older men choose to live alone is money. Not wealth, not luxury, but independence. Because when a man manages his own finances, he also manages his own life. Let's take Edward, 73, a retired accountant. He lives in a modest apartment close to downtown. "I know where every dollar goes," he says with pride. "That gives me peace. I spend on what brings me joy. A good meal, a short trip, or a new book." For Edward, it's not about having more. It's about being in control. This control is powerful. It means no explaining every expense, no negotiating over budgets, no guilt in choosing what feels right. That freedom builds confidence. It tells a man, you're not a burden. You're capable. You're still steering your own ship. Financial independence also brings clarity for the future. They can invest in healthcare, they can buy insurance, they can write their wills, and they do it on their own terms. No delays, no debates, just decisions made with peace of mind. Of course, responsibility comes with this freedom. There is no partner to split the bills, no one else to share the risk. But for many men, that responsibility sharpens their focus. They become careful, they become thoughtful, they grow stronger with every choice. Edward is far from alone. Across towns and cities, countless men view financial independence as the backbone of their dignity. It's not about the number in the bank. It's about the right to choose, to say, this is my life, this is my decision. If you're still with us, type the number 4 in the comments. It's a simple way to show that you value the right to choose for yourself. Because living alone does not mean going without. Sometimes it means living exactly as you wish, with no compromises, no pressure, and no need to explain. And now let's move into truth number 5, where we explore the deepest strength of all emotional resilience and self-awareness. Truth number 5, emotional strength and deep self-awareness. There is a quiet strength that often goes unnoticed in older men who live alone. It's not just discipline, it's not just habit. It is emotional resilience, the ability to stand steady when no one else is there. Take Samuel, 77, a retired teacher. He has lived alone for more than a decade. I've learned to accept the silence, he says. I've learned to listen to myself. I no longer need someone else to make me feel whole. For Samuel, solitude is not emptiness. It is a mirror, a place where he sees who he truly is. Many men walk through seasons of loss. They lose a partner. They face grief. They endure nights of deep quiet. But instead of running from that silence, they learn to live with it. They write, they paint, they join groups, they give back, they transform loneliness into space for growth. This kind of self-awareness is powerful. It is born from years of living, loving, and healing. It means no longer chasing approval. It means no longer pretending to be someone else. It means standing steady even when no one claps. That doesn't mean they never feel lonely. But here is the truth. They don't fear it. They sit with it. They understand that loneliness can be a teacher, that sometimes growth comes in the quiet. Many also find purpose by mentoring, volunteering, or connecting with younger generations. These acts remind them they are still valuable, still needed, still part of something greater. If you're still watching, type the number 5 in the comments. It's a way of saying you too recognize strength within yourself. Because sometimes the most powerful thing in life is not having someone beside you. It is being able to look in the mirror and say, I'm okay, I'm steady, I'm still me. And now let's bring everything together in the conclusion. We have just explored 5 truths about older men who choose to live alone. And what stands out is not loneliness, it is strength, it is independence, it is resilience and peace. From the quiet of Richard's mornings, to George's laughter with friends, to Thomas's daily walks and swims, to Edward's calm over his finances, to Samuel's steady heart and silence, each story reveals something powerful. Living alone does not mean being forgotten. It means living with intention. These men are not avoiding life. They are shaping it. They are proving that dignity and freedom are not lost with age. They are found when you decide to live true to yourself. And maybe you see a part of yourself in these truths. Or maybe you think of someone close to you who is walking this path. Whether you live alone or with someone, the real question is this: are you living in truth with yourself? If this message touched you, share your thoughts in the comments. Your words may be the comfort someone else needs today. And if you found this video meaningful, please like it, share it, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue creating stories that matter, not just to watch, but to feel. Thank you for staying until the end. We'll see you in the next story, one truth at a time, with strength, with heart, and with dignity.